Good afternoon, everybody. I thought I'd have a change of scenery for this video. We've been near our pastures in the previous videos and thought I'd switch it up a little bit. Coming to you live from our garden. It's nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. We're pulling in a lot of peas at the moment. We previously had a good asparagus crop. We've got a lot of things coming along, but that's not the topic of today's video. Today, I'm going to talk about finding your mark. Now, when I'm setting up to take a video, this has been a crash course for me. I've learned quite a bit, but I'm learning as I go, and I'm learning from the mistakes I make. This isn't the first attempt I've made to record this. Started off wearing a ball cap, and wearing a ball cap with the sun overhead, it just doesn't work. It shadows all over your face, and you can't really record it very well. So I lost the ball cap. Then I moved positions, changed my tripod around, put it in different spots, trying to find optimal light, least amount of shadow. It can be a little difficult, but you figure it out along the way. And then finding your placement on the ground. I mark a spot on the ground with a little piece of rock, figuring out where to stand. This is all about finding your mark, figuring out the best place to be at that moment. And you know, there's larger implications for that, much bigger than just recording a simple video that you put on YouTube. Trying to find your mark in life is not easy. I don't even know if I found my mark yet. I've been looking for a long time, and I'm still looking for it. But eventually I think I will. And I'm sure a lot of you out there are still looking for your mark as well. You know, where you find your feet today may not be where you wanted them to be. And where you put your feet tomorrow may not be where you want to put them tomorrow. But I would pray that you would at least use wherever your feet land as a jumping off point for where you want to go. As you can see, I've got another audience today. These pups are certainly upset about something. I think they're probably upset at an airplane going by. But as I've said before, this is real life. I don't make fancy edits, and we roll with the punches. They found their mark. Those two dogs that we've got, Nibbler and Sherlock, their mark in life is protecting the herd. And that's what they do, and they do it well. They found their mark. People aren't as easy as dogs when it comes to finding what their true purpose is. Much more complicated. People are difficult. They're fickle. And you know, a lot of people go their whole lives without finding their mark. I've gone 43 years, and I don't think I've found mine yet. Even though I've worn a lot of hats in life. I've been a medic, I've been a cook, I've been a banker, I've been a librarian. I've done a lot of different things. And even though some of them I was pretty good at, some of them I enjoyed, and some of them I was both of those things. They were never really what I wanted out of life, and so I keep searching. Off camera here, to my right, your left, I can hear a lizard in our patch of oregano. I'm looking at him now. He's blue and orange. Often a favorite target of our cats that help catch all the rodents around this farm. But you know, despite the cats chasing him, despite it being dry We've not had a lot of rain past few months. We're in a moderate drought at the moment. That lizard, despite everything against it, knows what it wants. Just like those dogs know what they want. It's funny how nature works like that. And I think we as humans forget that we're part of nature too. We're animals just like everything else. Those dogs, that lizard, the birds I see on my feeders behind this camera, the insects that make a home in our garden. People are difficult, and maybe that's the way we were designed. Maybe that's the way we evolved. I won't discuss matters of religion on this channel just because everybody believes something different. But we've all got our own beliefs. And whether you believe we evolved this way, or we were designed this way, or maybe a little bit of both, the truth is clear that for a person finding their mark in life, that is a hard thing. Very few people are born for something. Maybe that's the point. Maybe looking for your mark in life and discovering your purpose is the status quo. And that's a hard truth for me to accept, but I'm starting to come to it. None of us, barring a select few elite breed of people, like those that are born to play football, or born to be race car drivers, or born to be world-class chess players. Everybody else, we weren't that lucky. We have to find our mark in life through trial and error. We're not like the lizard. We're not like dogs. It's mighty difficult. And there's going to be a lot of mistakes. Lord knows I've made so many mistakes. But those mistakes are valuable. I don't know where I'd be without my mistakes. I'd still be on a spot somewhere in the past thinking that was my mark. When in reality, this is my mark today. And I put my mark here today. But you know what? That mark might be somewhere different. This mark might be over there tomorrow, or over there the day after. I may have a mark in my car one day talking to you. That seems to be a popular way to record these days, as I've noticed. But eventually, I'll find my mark. And I'll know it's right when I find it. I hope one day I find it. And I hope one day you find your mark too. Maybe it'll come pretty soon. Maybe I'll be old and decrepit and retired when I find it. But the hunt continues, and I think that's what life is all about. Because if you settle on something that you know isn't right, or you give up on the hunt and you stop working towards finding your mark, you kind of give up on what it is to be human and what separates us from the animals. What separates us from being a lizard or a dog. Not that they aren't great things, but being a human is mighty complicated. I want you to think about that tonight. When you've got time to yourself, consider, have I found my mark? Do I need to change my perspective and maybe think about it over here? Or should I think about it over here? Or is my mark completely off camera. You know, you got to step around a bit, change your perspective, look for a different position. Maybe you step back a long ways, or maybe you get really close. I might be out of focus, I don't know. But finding your mark is a lot of trial and error, and changing where you find your feet. And eventually, you figure out, I'm in the right spot. But it's just as valuable to know when you're not in the right spot and you're in the wrong spot. I hope this has been helpful. I like to talk about these lofty philosophical questions. I hope it's not too boring. I know most people are into more exciting videos. I could be sitting in my car giving you a nice extensive review of the latest offerings from Taco Bell, or talking about a wrestling match that I watched on television. But philosophy speaks to me. Maybe that's my mark, I don't know. But I gotta try. Anyway, I'm babbling here. I want you to know that I appreciate you watching these videos. I hope they've stirred a internal conversation with yourself, or maybe with your friends or family. I'm going to continue making them, if only just for me. I'm going to see about getting a microphone. I try to enunciate and speak loud, but as I discussed with my family last night, sometimes it's kind of hard to hear, so I do apologize. I will see about getting one as soon as I can. Anyway, if you've got any questions or discussion topics you think I'd be pretty decent at going over, I'd love to hear them. I'll take your suggestions and we'll go from there. Anyway, I appreciate you coming by, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.